Hello and welcome to Ticker Tapes. Today we're taking a look at the world of high growth stocks. We finished last week's show by asking if Tesla could beat Wall Street estimates once again, and that's just what it did, posting earnings per share of $2.27 versus expectations for just $1.85. However, those earnings were flattered by the sale of 75% of the company's holdings in Bitcoin. Tesla highlighted production growth at both its Fremont and Shanghai gigafactories. The company made 1,000 cars per week for the first time in June and said that it was focused on a record-breaking second half of 2022, something that may be easier to achieve as its Austin and Berlin manufacturing plants move towards full production. The company is targeting a 50% annual increase in average vehicle deliveries, whilst at the same time accelerating profits from both its hardware and software divisions. Tesla also said that it expects to start production of its long-awaited Cybertruck by the middle of 2023. It looks like Tesla has followed Goldman Sachs' suggestion about opening up its charging network to other EV brands. The Wall Street Journal reported that Tesla was considering the move as part of a bid to secure some of the billions of dollars of federal and state funding available to green technology projects. In June, Tesla was awarded $6.4 million by California's energy agency to help fund the construction of charging points in rural areas. Tesla traded higher by 13.4% over the last week, making it the second best performer in the NASDAQ 100 index. Airbnb rallied by 9.84% over the last 5 days. The lodging marketplace is still way down over the year to date, having lost 37.55% of its value over that period. Yet sentiment towards the business seems to be improving in the run-up to earnings on August 2nd. Ahead of those numbers, the firm announced changes in the C-suite with the news that company chairman and co-founder Joe Gebbia is to step back from his full-time operational role. Gebbia is still a young man, so he's not retiring completely, and he will retain his seat on the board and act as an advisor to the business. Airbnb also announced the appointment of Jay Carney as its new head of global policy. Mr. Carney, who was formerly senior vice president of global corporate affairs at Amazon, will report directly to CEO Brian Chesky. Crypto-related shares were among the best-performing growth stocks last week. Marathon Digital rallied by a whopping 54.48% after the company announced that it had struck a deal with Applied Blockchain, which will host 200 megawatts of Bitcoin mining capacity for Marathon Digital over the next 5 years. The contract will allow Marathon to scale up its Bitcoin mining efforts, and the company is aiming to achieve a hash rate of 23.30 exahashes per second during 2023. The hash rate is a measure of how many calculations a crypto miner's rig can perform per second. In computing terms, exa defines a processing speed of 1 quintillion operations per second. A quintillion is a 1 followed by 18 zeros.